Last year, about September, I replaced the batteries on my RV with lithium. Now what I did not do, I set my charger up to handle the lithium batteries for my solar. However, I did not update my converter, and I should have, but I didn't. The only thing that really kept from happening so far is the lithium batteries from charging. So this week, after a couple camping trips, I've decided it's time I need to get this converter charged so my battery can charge properly. And what I have decided to purchase is this WAVLINK, and this is supposed to handle either or. So if I later decide to go back to lead acid, a switch is all I have to hit for these to work. So what I'm going to do for you right now is we're going to break into this box and see what all it came with, and then we're going to go out and put this thing in the camper. Open this up. Old-fashioned quick start guide. Good deal, good deal. We'll have that. Yeah, so this one comes with the wire. With that screwdriver, I'm going to assume to change the switches right there and there. And of course my 120 and a blue wire, which I'll have to look and make sure. I'm assuming that's a switching leg. That might be the grounding leg. Yeah, that's ground. So blue wire on this one is ground. Fair enough. You can see lithium, lead acid, or fixed output. We're going to set this up so we can handle the lithium. In the RV now, I've got the WAVLINK 55 ready. And if you'll look right here and right here, there are two switches. This is A, this is B. This thing has 3 modes. I don't know if any of this is going to be able to be seen. Hopefully it will. If not, whatever. But if you can see, this last one is for lithium mode, and I've pushed this all the way over. When this is in fixed voltage mode, which you can actually set the voltage what you want it to be at, and it stays at that level the entire time, and then you can fine tune it with that potentiometer. Otherwise, that potentiometer is a non-factor and does not do anything. So when you put this in, you select either lead acid, lithium, or fixed. Right now though, we need to get the old one out and get this one ready to install. So I've already pulled this apart. As you can see, this clips on. There's 2 screws. You'll take those loose, they'll stay in. This will pull out, lift up off of it. I'm going to set that off to the side. Then there will be these 2 screws here and here. You have to be at a slight angle to get them off, but they came out fairly easy. And once you do that, this will slide right out. Now, you see the size and everything. Oh, look, almost identical and perfect compared to what I already have. Now, before I started this, I made sure that the battery was disconnected, and I do not have any 110 power. Just to verify that, let's get the meter and check right here. 0 volts. 0 volts. So here and here are our 2 leads. Large flat. But right there it is. Yeah. The bottom side here, there's a little clip I can push down, and that'll pop out of there. And then we're able to get to 12-volt terminals here and here. There's that one. All right. Next thing, I've got this one. Oh, yes it will too. Pulled that one off. Let's see here though. I do have this. Let's see, which one do I have? Not a big fan of that breaker. You can see there's 2 wires tied to that. I'm not sure. So we got one here, and one going down to the bottom. All right. Let me see if I got a better screwdriver for this. So these are tied together right there on that breaker. That was not on very well. Always something to remember there, I guess. Okay, so there's that. And I was kind of curious about this because on the other one it's the same way. It's got that wire nut kind of tied together. There we go. I can tell you, I don't believe that ground was even in there. Tell you, man, these things are thrown together in a very, very poor manner. So that ground was just barely in here. I don't know if you can see it or not. So there's 2 grounds in that lug, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. This one was up in there good, but this one didn't seem to be as far up as it should have been. Okay. Anyway, you can see I've got this all unhooked. This is the one that's going to be taking its place. Almost identical physically. Set that to the side here. And with this one, again, that's already tied off, so that'll go into my breaker. And this one will come back here and tie off to this. Neutral up here, and this blue will be my ground right there. Here's this one. This is the one I need right here. Now, position of these breakers is kind of unimportant, but I don't know if they have been marked, so I'm going to put it back exactly as it was. There. Let's go ahead and put this ground here. Those 2 together. So let's go ahead and terminate this one right where it was at. there's that one. Alright, those are where they need to be. Now I have this. It needs to be terminated to there. They didn't quite leave me enough to make a good connection. So I'm going to grab my strippers. That does good enough. Alright, put those two together. Alright. So I don't know if you guys saw it, but when I first pulled, that one pulled right off, so that was barely held on there. All my other connections seem to be good. I'm not going to put a whole lot of time and effort going through them, so let's go ahead and do this. Our two 12-volt wires leads up here. The black up here is negative. The red right here goes to this positive. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clip this back into place. So that's nice. Just torque these here down good now. All right, there's that. I believe this now should slide right into place. We can put so now I have all this stuff was left up in there when they wired it. Interesting, but it is what it is. So that's what it took to put this converter in. Probably need to power the thing up. Verify my blue light, all that good stuff, and go from that. There's that. I'll turn that one off. That's going to turn my 12-volt converter off. So guys, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna plug the 110 into this thing. I'll come back in and we'll try this. All right, so here we are. Well, look at that, it works. 12 volts. And came on for a second, but I still got 12 volt going to it. Blue light's on. If you look down in there, you can see it. So there it is. That's what it took to swap this thing over to a lithium capable converter. We'll put that cover back on. And I hope this helps somebody. Guys, give me a like, hit that notification bell, and leave me a comment. Tell me what else I should have done. sure somebody out there is a lot smarter than me.